We're at 3488 Avenida, Ladera in Thousand Oaks, California, performing a video sewer inspection through the 3-inch mainline cleanout. In front of the bedroom window, to the left of the front entranceway. It is a 3-inch mainline cleanout that was covered up by some tree bark that we located. And we're going to show the area. This is the front of the house. This is the far left corner. And this is the bedroom area that I was speaking of. And our front entranceway is just past this bedroom area. And our 3-inch mainline cleanout is right in front of the left side of the bedroom window. There's actually 2 windows, and it's in front of the left one. There's also a box, I believe that's for possibly lighting, Malibu lighting, on the wall. So it's right in this area. And it should be marked with something, put a statue over it or decorative stone or something so nobody does lose it, just in case the line ever stops up and there is a need to locate it or anybody has to do an inspection in the future. So we're going to attempt to run through this 3-inch mainline cleanout out to the city sewer, and we have run water. We flushed the line. It's ABS plastic. Got a little debris on the camera lens again. Going to try and wipe it off and go back down in again. May have to get in there and then actually run some water again to try and rinse it if we have a lot of debris down in here. Okay, we're in the ABS plastic line now, and the cleanout is a 3-inch ABS line. There's some buildup, as you can see. We're actually pushing some buildup, and it will get on the camera lens as well. It's going to be kind of difficult to see too much on the way out, because we do have considerable amount of buildup at the bottom. It's not going to harm anything. Buildup in ABS plastic is pretty common, but if it ever got bad enough, it could be hydrojetted out. Making a turn, going down, making another turn. Now we're running straight out. Got more debris on the camera lens. Kind of pushing the debris. On the way back, we can view everything a lot easier because we're pulling it back and we won't get this debris in our way. It won't be building up on the camera lens. This is a long run because of the fact that it's a corner lot and it's a good sized lot. And it's a little ways to the street. Making another turn, and now we're going down to what appears to be the city sewer, and we're going to verify this. We're going to go ahead and locate this area. Then we're going to run some water again and make sure our camera lens is good and clean before we pull back and inspect. We're going to pause our audio for a moment, and the screen will get wavy while we're locating. Okay, we are in the city sewer. We've located the camera and we're running water right now. As you can see, there's a lot of chunks of debris that we've actually broken up. And right here is the drop to it. As you can see, it drops into the city sewer from the property line clean out. Let's rinse our camera off real good, and we'll put our camera right at the opening to the city sewer. We're going to go ahead and shut the water off now. We're going to begin to pull back, and then we'll take a look at all the joints. It out real quick. So just goes that fast. So far from what I can see, but I couldn't see real great going out. I see better coming back. Because I rinsed the camera lens off real good now, and as I'm pulling back, I'm not pushing into the debris that's covering the camera lens well. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, we have washed the camera lens off and the water is dissipated. And we're in the city sewer. This is the tie-in connection right here. And the tie-in connection looks to be in good condition. Do you want to see this, Emmy, at all?
Sure.
You can. Okay. If you want, you can stand right here. You can see it on the camera monitor.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
If you want to see it right now, we're way out here in the street. that's in the city sewer. Right there.
Okay.
And then we're pulling back, and this is coming back into your line. This is your 4-inch line coming back, all the way to the property, all the way to here. See where you have the brown film? That's the buildup.
Okay.
And as I'm going out, sometimes I'm pushing that. I scraped a lot of it out just with the camera even.
Okay.
It's not going to harm anything. It breaks off and goes through periodically.
Okay.
If it ever was a problem, then you could just go ahead and have it hydrojetted, cleaned out with high pressure water.
Okay.
That joint looks good. From what I could see going out, everything looks good. I didn't see any breaks. I didn't see any roots in the line or anything. There's another joint right there. That joint looks good. And then there's just long 20-foot pieces of pipe generally, until you get like here, we're coming up now. There's another joint, we're coming upward. Another joint, that looks good. Now we're making another turn. And that joint looks good. And that joint looks good. Sometimes they have a little bit of overpour on the glue when they glue them together, so I just go slow and really want to check it and make sure that it's not separated. But sometimes they will. Tree roots will break this piping and separate it. It's not often, but it does happen. That joint looks good. Now we're coming back. We're in the lawn area right out here.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're coming back up out of our mainline cleanout. So that concludes this area.
Okay.
So now I'm going to go set up and back.
Okay, great.
Was this one good?
Yeah, this one's good.
Great.
Ray, I want to ask you something about the garage.
Yes.
So we're going to pause for a moment and reset up in the backyard now to run through the mainline cleanout by the master bath.
Right.
Okay, we're going to begin running through the clean out behind the master bathroom now. Clean your camera lens off. And this is going toward the backyard. And this is the bathroom to this is the master bathroom area, atrium window, and air conditioning condenser, and right next to it we have another 3-inch main line clean out right here. So we're going to begin running through here now. Got a little bit of debris just from opening the main line clean out. There's stuff sitting on top of the cap down in there, and that'll wash right through. Okay, and this is ABS plastic. We have washed this line pretty well by running the tub and flushing the toilet for quite some time. These are all ABS plastic joints that look good here. And we're going to try and get all the way out if we can to that front main line clean out. We should be able to, as long as we don't have any issues. Sometimes we'll have bellies in the line because you get dips in the piping where it wasn't graded quite properly or wasn't supported properly, and you'll see water standing. But so far everything looks really good. Everything looks to be graded out just fine. No breaks in the line, no roots in the line that we can see. We're going kind of fast going out. Makes it a little bit easier to get it out there, and then we'll pull back slower and just really check all the joints real good on the way back. And that joint looks good. That's a turn coming in. And those joints look good. That joint looks good. And that's an inlet coming in from a fixture. That's probably the kitchen more than likely. That looks good. And that joint looks good. That looks like the main line clean out in front. We're going to go double check this real quick, and we're going to run some water to wash off our camera lens and just double check that we are past that clean out, and then we'll pull back slowly and inspect all the joints. We're going to pause our audio. Okay, we've rinsed the camera lens off. We are past the mainline cleanout that is out in front of the bedroom area by the front entranceway. We're going to begin pulling back now. And that's our mainline cleanout area right there. That's it right there, dropping in from the top. Those joints look to be in good condition. Piping all looks good. We didn't see any root intrusions. We didn't see any breaks or any issues going out, but as I said, we did have to run out quickly to try and help push the camera out. Plus we get a little bit of debris on the camera lens a lot of times going out, so it's not as easy to see the joints and see any imperfections like we can after we rinse the camera lens and coming back. That joint looks good. That joint looks fine, and that's an inlet coming from the kitchen sink. Making another turn. That joint looks good, and that joint looks good. Making a little bit of a turn right here. And that joint looks good. All the fittings look to be lined up nicely. There's no standing water. The line looks to be graded out really well. Normally we have some water puddling in the bottom of piping. Normally it's not graded out quite as well as this is. As you can see, we don't have water sitting in the bottom of the piping, which means more than likely it has about a 2% grade, 1/4 inch per foot of grade, so it drains out properly. That joint looks to be in good condition. And those joints look to be in good condition. That joint looks good. And that joint looks good. And those joints, that's another inlet. That's probably coming from our bathroom right here in the master bath. We're almost back to our mainline cleanout. We're very close. Those joints look good. And we're making a turn, coming back up to our mainline cleanout. Those joints look fine. Coming out of our mainline cleanout. As I said, we had a lot of dirt sitting on top of the cleanout cap, which will just wash through. And that concludes our video sewer inspection. Everything looks to be in good condition.